How's it going, everyone? Want to go over two titles that you're going to be able to play dirt cheap. Two titles that dropped this year and two pretty damn good ones as well. One of them is available right now and one of them will be available next week. On top of that, Spider-Man 2. If you're lucky, you can actually cop the game at a little bit of a discount. We'll highlight that and a couple of deals to end this video and a brand new PlayStation 5 Slim bundle that is going to be coming here in the near future. We'll talk that at the end of this video and it's a pretty damn good one, so we'll talk that again at the end. But first of all, EA Play, which if you have never subscribed to EA Play, if you log in and check, you could probably get your first month for 99 cents. And why is this so important right now? Well, Dead Space Remake just got added to EA Play a little while ago. So yes, if you sign up to EA Play, Dead Space, the entire game, the remake, is just available in the EA Play catalog. That's kind of insane, given that, again, some of you guys can sign up for 99 cents, and even if you don't have that offer, you can sign up for $5 and play the entirety of the Dead Space remake, and it's a fantastic game. Obviously, Dead Space from 2008 was already really good, and then they enhanced the game, did a full-on remake. Motive Studio did a great job with it, and expanded it a little bit, but when it came out, it was a full $70, and I remember there was a pretty strong contingent of people that were like, yo, this is a game from 08, it's just a remake, it's a game that's relatively short, $70 is not worth it for that, which I was a little bit surprised by, but I could definitely understand. I mean, I said that about Last of Us Part 1, but Dead Space had been absent for a while. I thought absent made the heart grow fonder, and it's not like Last of Us where they remastered it once already and then they remade it. I thought people were going to be excited to spend $70 on it, but hey, patience pays off in this instance, and now you can play it with EA Play, and you can play through the entire thing. I mean, a month is more than enough time to play the entirety of Dead Space. You can complete it like 3 or 4 times in that time period, you know, but at the very least, get a single playthrough in, and it's just chilling in the catalog now, so that's great. It'll be there perpetually. You know, you just need to have a subscription, and the game is still relatively expensive, but we do have a discount on it that I'll go over in a little bit. And if that wasn't enough, as far as EA Play goes, next week, Wild Hearts is going to be hitting the service as well. So for $5 or 99 cents for your first month, you can play Dead Space Remake this week, and come next week, you can play Wild Hearts. Now, Wild Hearts is a little bit more of an expansive game, a little bit more on the grindier side. It's not really like Dead Space Remake where you can just play through it once and be done with it. Wild Hearts is a little bit more of an expansive experience, although I believe they have halted updates on the game, which is a little bit of a bummer. This was obviously you know, supposed to be their Monster Hunter style game. It was done by Tecmo Koei and a part of the EA Originals label, and the game turned out okay. It's just like, it's gonna be compared to Monster Hunter, and that's always gonna be a losing battle, but I thought the gameplay of the game was strong. Visually, it's nothing to write home about, even as a next-gen only title. To be perfectly honest, even as a next-gen only title, it's not like it was a blow-away game from a visual standpoint, so keep that in mind as well. But I think the game is quite good, and while I wouldn't say it would be worth $70 for the price of 99 cents if you can get your first month for that, that's pretty insane just to be able to play it for a month. Remember, these are just the games being added to the Vault catalog. There are already a ton of games available in the catalog. Mass Effect Legendary Edition is in there. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is in there. Jedi Survivor not quite in there yet, but who knows? Maybe in the next year it'll get thrown in there. I imagine they'll keep that out of the service for a little while just because that game has a lot of inherent value. Need for Speed Unbound, I believe, is in there, and a lot of Need for Speed titles in general. Rivals, Hot Pursuit Remastered, I think Burnout Paradise Remastered is in there. There's just a ton of stuff with EA Play, and it's actually a pretty decent subscription service because it's also not super expensive. It's not like it's $10, $15 a month. It's $5 a month or $30 a year. So yeah, if you sign up for a year, you're getting it for $2.50 a month, and you also get first play trials of EA titles. It's actually a decent little service. I wish EA Play Pro was available on consoles because that's $15 a month, but it gets you EA games day one. So you literally got like Jedi Survivor day one, Immortals of Aveum, Wild Hearts, Dead Space Remake. All of those games are playable day one. It's only available on PC right now, and you have to go through the Origin app, and a lot of people don't want to use that, and I don't know if they're ever going to bring that service to consoles because that could really cut into their game sales. And yeah, I don't know if you want to be giving away like Jedi Survivor, you know, for a month, $15, and you got to play that. You can play Dead Space, you can play all these other games. I'm pretty sure EA wants to get their $70, but that is just my thought process. Nonetheless, Dead Space out now on EA Play. Wild Hearts available next week. All right, moving on from that, Marvel Spider-Man 2 dropped back on October 20th, and I imagine the majority of you guys have already picked it up, but if you haven't, QVC is running a promotional code, Holiday20, and you can get the game $20 off at $49.99. Now, it's going in and out of stock. It went out of stock very quickly, so I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. Just bear in mind that, yeah, like, a lot of people are trying to pick it up for 50 bucks, and you know, if you can't get it for 50, I would say that this is one of those games that's probably gonna be a title that you're gonna be okay spending $70 on. Obviously, the main criticism that's been attached today is the fact that the game is fairly short. And as far as the content standpoint goes, I guess people are always going to draw the attachment, $70 price tag. How many hours of gameplay are you getting? I don't think that's always a great way to look about things. I'm more of a quality over quantity person, but I get it, $70 is a lot. And if you're trying to get 40, 50, 60, 70-hour games, like Spider-Man 2 is not going to be that. But I think the issue is with a lot of those games that are 50-plus hours, how much of that content is good and how much of it gets diluted. With Spider-Man 2, the goal from a Insomniac standpoint seemed to be, let's try to make a really solid 20 to 25 hour experience for, you know, the completionist run and not expand it too much more than that. I think it's better to end a game at a high point rather than just continuing to go on and on, having lackluster side content, etc., etc. But that's a debate that we can have forever, so let's not get more into that. A couple of other things to note real quick. Dead Space Remake, if you are trying to pick the game up, Target has got it down to $35. 35 bucks is a pretty good deal for the Dead Space Remake. I think it's gonna get down to $20, $25 for Black Friday, so, you know, take that what you will. Diablo 4 is down to 28 bucks at GameFly. This game is just getting cheaper and cheaper. I get it, that had a lot of buzz when it initially came out, but man, did that buzz dissipate quickly, and for a game like this, it's all about, you know, maintaining that buzz and having a consistent player base. But just like with every other game, it's always going to be, you know, you peak day one, and then you're going to fall off pretty steeply. I mean, we've seen the Halo Infinites of the world, and so many Battlefield games, and even Call of Duty is like that. So, you know, it is what it is with Diablo 4. Maybe it'll be revitalized whenever they do a big content update, expansion, etc., etc. And lastly, this is making the round. Per new Call of Duty adds the PlayStation 5 Slim Disc Edition Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 console bundle will be $499. This image is circulating, so you'll get the disc-based PS5 Slim console and essentially a free copy of Modern Warfare 3. That's a $70 title. Unfortunately, Sony didn't go this route with the Spider-Man 2 bundle, and you did have to pay, like, I think it was 560 bucks, so $10 discount on Spider-Man 2 if you went the bundle route. But with this console bundle, you get MW3. I know a lot of you guys just vehemently hate COD, so it is what it is, but to get it with the bundle, and again, it's a new release, it's a $70 game, I think there's some value there. I had some fun with MW2 initially when it came out. Obviously, like, COD is gonna irritate people, but I'm never gonna be one to, like, meticulously dissect every aspect of COD. Like, I just kind of play it for fun, get on with friends, and then, you know, move on with my life and move on with the next game. I'm not gonna get super competitive with COD these days, and really, for me, COD's not gonna be a game that I'm gonna play for months and months after the initial release. Probably I'll get a solid 2 to 4 weeks out of it and then move on to the next game. But yeah, that's just how I approach COD these days. But that'll do it for me. Again, EA Play about to get some major additions. I mean, Dead Space Remake is already there, but Wild Heart's getting added as well. That's huge. Spider-Man 2, if you're lucky, you can get that heavily discounted at QVC. Dead Space Remake at 35 bucks. Diablo 4 at 28. And Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 coming with a slim PS5. The console bundle will be $499. That'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.